have all of the data.
They have all of the data. And the crazy thing is that they don't know that they can negotiate. They can bargain with it.
No, some of them do.
Oh yeah,
some of them do, and they're making some good money now.
Good for them.
Yeah,
good for them.
Those friends,
by and large, though. By and large,
that's the thing, though. They had an opportunity to go into regulated markets.
Right.
Texas right now with what
California,
they're proposing.
Colorado,
right.
yeah, Seattle.
So with what Texas is proposing to continue prohibition, you take all of those entrepreneurs, you don't put them into a regulated market, you don't give them a regulated market to help develop. They'll just continue to innovate under the table. Right. So all you're doing.
That's so crazy that you say that, because you're so, like the best entrepreneurs I've ever met were drug dealers. The best innovators that I've ever met were the people that can think on the fly, the people that can come up with these solutions.
Think on their feet or not panic when shit's hitting the fan.
This is so, like, these people have so many great attributes that would make them great business leaders, and they just don't. They've been a victim of circumstance and that revolving door of pain.
And we do have to be respectful. There are some. I do want to be respectful because, to be fair, some people start small, they build a nice enterprise, they're funding themselves, taking care of the community. Some people get approached by bigger operations. Some
and they
that
get bought
are
out, yeah.
like the cartels or other, and they're not getting approached, hey, you want to do business? They're getting approached. You know, they're being told, saying, we're doing this.
Or else. Yeah.
So you have to be really mindful about what you're doing. And this is why it's so important, because the cartels are actually, that is dangerous. Like when we're killing people and we're harming civilians, honestly, it's bad for business too. If you have a lot of bloodshed and a lot of violence, as a cartel organization,
it perpetuates a stereotype.
Not only does it perpetuate a stereotype, but to be honest, most cartels want to go into legitimate business because that's sustainable income. The longer that you're fighting the feds, the harder it is. And everybody knows, like you see the shows, like everybody jokes about it. There's only one way out of that lifestyle, or two, but really one. You go to jail and you die, or you die. That's how you get out. So why do we want to continue to perpetuate this cycle? We can regulate this in Texas. We can build up a base where we're developing innovations and science to help people address ailments and illnesses first. And then also, if you want an adult, for me, I don't drink alcohol. I have an autoimmune disease. This helps with that. If I can go to a bar and get an infused beverage, which will help me feel good the next day too, I won't have a hangover, but I'll feel elevated. I'll be happy. I can celebrate with my friends who drink and feel great the next day. Like, why aren't we investing in that? This prohibition thing has really gotten to be a very nonsensical point.
So that's your biggest fight. You personally, in your endeavors,
that's a great question, because I've been having an existential conversation with myself for a while. I was a journalist, and I see that there are stories that need to be told, and I've been getting back behind the lens and telling more of those stories. And right now, yes, it starts with cannabis and psychedelics, because I really believe in the healing. But I do see, like, in the future, of course, I'll be expanding out. Why am I so focused on cannabis and psychedelics? Mostly natural psychedelics, not synthesized ones for me. Right. Although there's some applicability, but I do think, look, if you're synthesizing things, that probably should be run by pharmaceutical industry, because they have certain protocols, processes, scientists,
you want to get
safety.
Pure DMT, it's going to be you probably should get it from somebody that.
But if you're doing, but you should also be allowed to just go have an ayahuasca ceremony with someone who has grown the plant for so many years. And if you choose, the consumer, to take the risk, that's your choice. That's what blows my mind about this. The thing, though, the reality is, it's not actually a red or blue issue in the state of Texas. It's a purple one, because Republicans and Democrats, truthfully, don't really want to ban this, don't really have a problem with it. But we have a very loud minority of constituents, especially up in the Panhandle, who are really shaking the Bible, and they're, saying it's
all that Bible.
And I'm trying to figure out how we can reach our friends over there, because it's a lot of misinformation. Like, they're afraid of something that they don't know or understand, and that has a lot to do, when it's religion and race, it's always, you just actually don't know. you've never been in that community or you never participated. And
right.
you know, you can see it. We can eat the gummies, we can smoke a J, and everyone is just fine.
Yeah.
There's no, I don't know where the like whole idea that you would become a maniac, like, even began, because I understand that we like put all of that media and propaganda out there in the Nixon administration. They were saying reefer madness, quite literally.
Yeah.
But if you actually know anyone who no one has those experiences smoking weed. That's like crystal meth, sure.
Probably, which is a white drug, by the way.
We didn't come up with, we were just trying to enjoy our plants and chill.
That shit.
But after that, I think there's a lot. Yes. So for now, cannabis is my big focus. I also work in psychedelics, helping to advocate for the people because I believe in the medicinal power of this.
Okay.
Because I don't believe people should have to go get their brain sliced into to find relief from chronic migraines.
At least not as a second option.
Yeah, right.
We should exhort all of our options.
We also don't need that first option of let's go through a full stack of medications with all of these side effects that we don't really know which one's going to work. Why can't we start with a plant? Why can't we start with something that's totally natural? You don't even have to smoke it. Like, even just the leaves have vitamins and nutrients in it. It's crazy. So I guess for the community, teas. And that's what we were doing. Like, there was a tribe in Mexico for the longest part in Puebla that they didn't smoke the bud, they ate the bud. There's acids in the nugs. Like, so there's lipids, fats, acids. Those are things that your brain uses, like fatty acids, vitamins, all sorts of minerals and nutrients in the bud and the leaves of the plant. So it's not all psychoactive.